Hey, welcome to the Morning Mix podcast. This morning we learned that Post Malone actually brings his guitar into the bathroom. And some of you have actual iPads that just live in the bathroom.
And some of you choose to perform some oral health care in the
bathroom.
While in the bathroom.
There's a lot happening in there. You know when your dad says, if you guys don't quiet down, I'm going to turn this thing around. Did you know some parents actually follow through on those threats?
Yep, they do. And sometimes it goes right out the window.
Yeah, or you're sleeping in an attic. And adults love to color. Did you know this? And not just with their kids, just on their own to relax. So many of you, we chatted with a lot of folks who are coloring inside the lines.
And it's so calming.
It is really calming. That and much more right now on the Morning Mix podcast.
The Morning Mix podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. Sometimes life can be overwhelming. Between family, work, friends, and obligations, we're all being pulled in a million different directions. And sometimes it can be too much. It helps to have a safe space to talk over things that matter in order to keep you connected to the things that are important to you while you navigate life. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online and very flexible, so much easier to fit into a busy schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist. You can even switch therapists at any time at no additional cost. Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/themorningmix today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/themorningmix. The Morning Mix podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. Sometimes life can be overwhelming. Between family, work, friends, and obligations, we're all being pulled in a million different directions. And sometimes it can be too much. It helps to have a safe space to talk over things that matter in order to keep you connected to the things that are important to you while you navigate life. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online and very flexible, so much easier to fit into a busy schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist. You can even switch therapists at any time at no additional cost. Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/themorningmix today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/themorningmix.
It was about 110 inside my pants yesterday at Lollapalooza. It was hot, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. It was very hot. I made the mistake of wearing pants. That was a mistake that I shan't make again.
Some people didn't make that mistake. We counted some butt cheeks. Yeah. We counted at least 10 butt cheeks, 5 people with no pants.
We wandered through the crowd at a certain point. So we went down to Lollapalooza after the show yesterday to check it all out. Violetta interviewed a gal that I was like, I'm just going to walk away because I'm not sure. Her outfit was her choice. Great. But it was just like...
It was leather floss. Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Your eyes don't know where to go.
No. So V interviewed this gal. So then yesterday afternoon, the digital team sent me the interview, and they were like, we want to post this. Do you think we should? And I was like, well, I don't want this person to get attacked on the internet if people say X, Y, or Z. So keep your eyes on it. But I think we can post said interview. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. She knew that we were recording and that it's going to go.
No. I know that. But many people have many opinions about people being scantily clad at Lollapalooza.
I agree. But I think that woman does not mind. She's like, bring it on.
Yeah. Look at me.
Do whatever.
But I think when we left, the butt cheek count was at about a dozen.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I think I got up to 10, but you may have seen some on your way out.
Yeah.
I saw 1 and 1 on the way out.
Sightings everywhere.
Yeah, they really are.
You don't have 1 and 1? Wait, sorry, go back. So like 2 individuals with 1. No, because we were actually, for real, very, very seriously saying, I wonder if we'll end up seeing anybody with just one butt cheek exposed. Because that feels like a piece of fashion that I don't feel like has been invented yet. Like the single coverage of a butt cheek and the other one hanging out.
I have seen before a woman wearing one leg as shorts and one leg as pants.
I would like to throw myself in the butt cheek category here.
Your butt cheeks fell out?
What happened when I left?
Yeah, by accident. So what? I left. I went home, got the dog, changed into a black dress, came back out to go see Noah Khan, Visited my friend in the merch tent, and, just kind of say hi. And I wanted to get some stuff for Julian while he's at camp,
That's nice.
So I'm buying this stuff, and she's like, oh, my God, come around, and I'll show you.
My butt.
I'll show you how we do all this stuff. You can go in the back. And I'm like, awesome. So I go walk around. There is a life-size air grate below me.
Oh, like a Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, but Marilyn held it down. I didn't know it was coming, so it flew flat up above my head. No, it's true. You could interview her right now. This was
you look like someone caught in a parachute.
Yeah, and let's just say I was not wearing pretty underwear.
Wow,
I was not. It was like Spanx Granny Panties Central. It was butt cheeks nobody wanted to see.
Okay, but at least you were covered up because the Spanx, they cover everything.
No, but it wasn't even like the shorts. It was like underwear Spanx.
Oh, underwear Spanx.
No. Violetta, I would have been pleased if it was. There was the one time I didn't wear Spanx bike short crap things. Because I was running out the house.
Sure.
So, yeah. So, while my skirt is flying up, she's like, oh my God. So then the people in line. So if you were in line at the merch tent around, I don't know, let's say 6:15, 6:30.
Right.
I apologize.
If you saw a woman with a Sparty tattoo on her lower back as her dress went up above her shoulders,
they're like, man, those are two butt cheeks we did not want to see.
Feel free
to sorry.
email those photos to Swanee@WTMX.com. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. Okay, that happens.
I've really been waiting to tell you.
Horrible, right?
I even Joel picked me up, and I was like, do I talk about this tomorrow?
He's like, absolutely.
Yes, better.
Now, did you then just turn around and go home, or did you stay for the concert?
I lowered my dress. I went back with her into this area. I had a moment to myself.
Yeah. Brought it back down.
Cracked open a Bud Light seltzer.
There you go.
Slammed that baby and thought, you know what? We're here. We're here.
Good
We're
for
going to
you.
do it. And then I went and saw some more friends and, told them about the incident. And then, and then I went home and watched Billie Eilish on Hulu.
There you go.
Smart.
Yeah.
That's where you should have stayed.
Oddly enough, she was just in her Spanx watching it. So
exactly.
Fine.
Yep.
Right.
So today's dress will not blow. I've already I'm testing it. It does not seem to have the air
It's
ability.
actually rubber banded to her ankles.
Yeah, that's right. But honestly,
yeah.
the crowd at Lala seems like they would clap and be actually very supportive in
Right.
a moment like that. They'd be like, you know what? Go, girl.
Yeah, they should have been. Yeah, they'd be like, you need to buy these shorts over here that are on sale at Lala.
Yeah.
It was bad.
From Chicago to your device, this is the Morning Mix Podcast.
You guys got to calm down back there. Would you stop fighting? Turn off that toy. Stop it. Stop eating all the candy. What are you? Oh. Mom and Dad get upset. Mom and Dad make a threat. But did Mom and Dad actually follow through? Hey, Kristen, good morning.
Good morning.
Were you the mom and dad, or was it your mom and dad?
No, it was my mom and my mom.
Okay, your mom, and what did she follow through on?
So me and my brother were fighting over Halloween candy, a bag of Halloween candy in the back seat. She's like, you guys better stop. We didn't stop. She said, give me that bag of candy. She took it, rolled down the window, and threw it out as we were driving.
She's like, it's worth the litter.
Of course, then we were both crying because now no one gets any of the Halloween candy.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, Kristen, stay right there. So Kristen, her mom throws the candy out the window. Hey, Stephanie, good morning.
Good morning.
Your dad made a threat and followed through? He followed through. Did he not pay the phone bill? Sorry, Stephanie, you cut out for a second. Start over. So your dad made a threat?
Yeah, he did. We weren't allowed to play in the attic, and the actual wooden stairs to get to the attic with the pull down rope was in the garage, and he kept telling us, stop, don't go up there, it's dangerous. You do it again, you're going to sleep up there. Well, I got, a little ballsy and pulled the rope, went up the stairs. He threw my pillow and my blanket and up there, and I slept up there for the night.
Oh my
God.
That's
Did you actually get some sleep?
Yeah, I did. That's the funny part, because I could sleep anywhere when I was a kid. So it's like, I was in trouble, but I really wasn't, because it was a great night's sleep.
Okay.
Wow.
Now, what if you had to pee? Did you have an old bucket up there?
No, that was, no, I did not. But it's funny because he actually ended up turning it into a room for my brother's friends.
You were like, it's pretty nice up here.
You guys, by the way, you got unused square footage. We can expand.
So
this
it
is
was
equity.
great. It was fine.
Now, are you a mom now?
I am. I am. I have a 3.5-year-old
Okay, great.
stepson.
Have you learned from these threats? Have you ever tried to follow through on one with your kids? Or are you like, I'm not going to do that to mine?
The only thing I've ever done was, my dad was strict, but he was also, he was very loving. The one thing that I do with my son is he's learning to swim. So, he ripped his floaties off and jumped right in the pool. And I told him, I said, you do that. I was like, you got to kick your legs, flap your arms. Well, he did it again. He just kept doing it. And I told, I told my wife, I said, if he does it again, I'm not going to grab him. He's going to learn. So he did it again and jumped and jumped and jumped. And finally, I had to grab him because, we don't want our kids to drown.
Right. Yeah. At a certain point, you're like, I want to teach him a lesson, but I also want him to be here to live it. So hang on.
Right. But it's the same thing. My dad threw us in, and that's how we learned to swim, just figure it out.
That's how my brother did it, but my parents weren't around. He literally, we were there with his friends, and he was like, go ahead. I'm like, I'm still here.
Oh, my gosh.
The Morning Mix Podcast.
It is time for Lala We Fools Ya. We kicked this off yesterday. We share with you 10 band names. You have to trust your gut and as quickly as possible identify, is that a band or not a band? Please welcome to the show, Jennifer. Good morning, Jennifer Aniston. Or Jennifer.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you this morning?
Good. How are you guys?
We're doing really well. Where do you live, Jennifer?
I live in Streeterville.
Streeterville. Okay, great. More like Streeter Thrill, am I right?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah, you know. Okay. Now, Jennifer, have you ever been to Lollapalooza?
Yes.
Okay, are you going this year?
No.
Okay, great. Now, have you done a butt cheek count there in Streeterville? Because I know some of them spill. It's Streeter Spill, too. Some of them pop over after a rousing day at Lolla.
No.
Okay, well, keep your eyes peeled.
Not my thing.
You won't have to look hard. Now, Jennifer, we've got a selection here of 10 band names. Some of them are real bands at Lollapalooza, and some of them are fake. Do you feel confident that you can identify band and not a band?
I think so.
Okay, great. So I'm going to rattle these off quick. Your job is to trust your gut, and as quickly as possible, you decide either band or not a band. Sound good?
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, and to clarify, these are bands performing at Lollapalooza. I may rattle off a fake band that someone might be like, they're really big in Omaha. We don't know. These are just bands that are or are not at Lollapalooza. Dim the lights, and here we go. Okay, Jennifer, I will say the band name. You say band or not a band. Finish Ticket.
Not a band.
Sudden Death.
A band.
Josh Fudge.
A band.
Husbands.
Not a band.
Chalk Outline Erasers.
A band.
Flock of Egos.
A band.
Gloomy Roomy.
Not a band.
Invisible Tip Jar.
A band.
Lutefisk Lovers.
A band.
Yellow Snowman.
Not a band.
All right, here we go. We've got the judges doing the count. You got 4 correct.
Oh, wow.
This is crazy.
It's a lot, right?
Yeah.
All right, gang, here we go. Finish Ticket. That's a real band.
Okay.
Performing at Lollapalooza. Sudden Death. That's a real band performing at Lollapalooza. You got that one right.
7:15 tonight.
There you go. 7:15 tonight, Jennifer. Get a ticket. Get over there. Josh Fudge. That's a band, and you got that one right, Jennifer. Nicely done. Husbands. You said not a band. That's a band. Believe it or not. Yeah, Husbands. All single guys.
Ironically, it's probably just all women.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Chalk Outline Erasers. Not a band. You thought that was a band. Not a band. Flock of Egos.
That's a great one.
Also not a band.
That's a great
That's just
one.
a made-up band.
That is really good.
Gloomy Roomy. Not a band. You got that one right. Well done. Invisible Tip Jar.
I love that one.
That's not
awesome.
a band. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
should be.
That is.
Lutefisk Lovers. Not a band.
Swatty's on fire.
Yeah. Finally, Yellow Snowman. That's not a band.
Oh,
Not a band.
that's maybe the best
That's
one.
not it, right?
The Morning Mix Podcast.
We did get a text that said, hey, I'm just like Whip from a 773. I'm listening to the mix in the bathroom right now.
Okay, here we go. We are everywhere.
We are not alone. Hi, Laurel. Good morning.
Good morning. So it's not me on the toilet. It's my mother. She leaves her iPad permanently in the bathroom, and she plays solitaire on the toilet and does all sorts of stuff. She texts us from our iPad. And one day I went to call her. I went to FaceTime her.
Oh, no.
She had the lights off, and she had it aimed up at her head. And after talking to her for like a few minutes, she tells me she's on the toilet on FaceTime.
Yeah.
Like she poops with the lights off.
Well, it was evening.
Sure, you got to relax. I get it. You're winding down.
I don't touch her iPad.
No, I wouldn't.
No.
Oh. I just love Hey, that's grandma's. That's some grandma time. Everybody don't touch that. Like, what? All right, so Laurel's mom leaves the iPad. It lives in the bathroom for her to enjoy and relax and play some solitaire. Hey, Karen, good morning.
Good morning.
Karen, what do you do on the toilet?
I brush my teeth.
Brush your teeth?
Oh, man.
Just to save 90 seconds? I don't...
Absolutely. It's like multitasking at its finest. I have to be in there anyway.
I'm afraid to ask this, Karen, but I have to ask, where do you spit?
Where do I what?
Where do you spit?
Oh, I don't spit until I'm done pooping.
How do you wipe?
That would be me. I'd have to hold the toothpaste in my mouth for 29 minutes.
Oh, no. See, it doesn't take me that long. I can do this in the 2 minutes my toothbrush.
That was the most matter-of-fact, wonderful statement I've ever heard. I don't spit until I'm done pooping, you dummy.
Obviously.
Yeah, shame on me. Shame on me. Shame on me, Karen. Why am I such an idiot? Well, good for you. I am proud of you. This is a lot of information. I think we should send you to where the chamber pot cleaners live, the Bristol Ren Fair.
Yeah. You're going to enjoy that.
Yeah, we'll give you a family 4-pack if you can find 3 other folks to come along with you after you brush your teeth.
Do you remember yesterday? I'm not even kidding. At Lollapalooza, I was like, one of you guys should come out of the porta potty brushing your teeth. And all these guys, you guys all laughed at me and said I should do it. Yeah. And here you are doing it, so I love that. So that could actually happen at Bristol Renaissance
Way to
Fair.
go.
Bring your whole family. All of you walk out brushing your teeth.
Oh, my gosh, you guys. That's amazing. That is amazing.
Thank you for your openness and your honesty, Karen. Now, you're not in there right now, are you?
Oh, my gosh, no, I am not.
Good. But you have already brushed your teeth this morning, I presume.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you sound light on your feet. Okay, great.
From Chicago to your device, this is the Morning Mix Podcast.
Are you an adult that colors? We got a text here, many texts, from a 773. Hey, my grandfather, he's going to be 91 in October, took up coloring during COVID and does it every single day.
Oh, I
Coloring
love it.
helps calm the mind, they say. Coloring is good for the soul. Are you an adult that colors? Hey, Teresa, good morning.
Good morning, you guys. I love listening to you every morning.
Oh, thank you so much. Now, what sort of stuff are you coloring, Teresa?
So I have a few. I have a coloring book that has like blooms, so different kinds of flowers. Mm-hmm. I have one that has like quotes in it, and it has different designs. I have one that's like an enchanted forest, and I have one that's animals that has a lot of different kind of just designs to them.
Wow. Okay, so how many nights in a week are you finding yourself coloring, or is it during the day? Like, when do you color?
Sometimes after work, if I'm off and I'm just relaxing, maybe if it's raining outside, just something just really light and delicate to do. One year, I took a page out of each of my books and I colored it for each of my daughters, and I matted it and framed it and gave it to them for Christmas.
Oh, that's cute.
That's
great.
great.
What utensils do you use to color? Like coloring pencils or crayons, markers, all of them?
Just about all of them. Not so much the markers, because it's really hard, because even the thin ones can bleed through the paper.
Yeah.
I put a piece of paper behind the one I'm working on at the time, because I don't want the imprint, even from the pencil, to get onto the other page. So I have like a thicker piece of paper that I put behind it. And I mostly color pencils. Once in a while, I'll use like a thin blank marker to, if I want to highlight it, to give it a little bit more oomph or definition.
Teresa, you are like a pro. You're like going into Michael's, into that one aisle where they got all the special stuff. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm with you, girl.
We're getting a lot of texts here, Nikki. A lot of women are coloring in a Jason Momoa coloring book.
Ooh.
Yeah,
wow.
that's right. Yeah.
Those
Is that
tattoos.
the erotic one?
Get all the coloring right. Yeah. Hi, Katie. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
You are a colorer. Is that right, Katie?
I sure am. I love to do it. It is very relaxing.
So what kind of stuff are you coloring?
So I'm kind of similar to the previous caller, but I also have like Disney coloring books.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was sent a pregnancy coloring book when I was going through my pregnancy, and it's called I Was Told There Would Be Glowing. And it's got like a bunch of phrases like the only thing working hard is my bladder or nothing's working harder than my bladder, and like silly, like funny things like that of the truth about pregnancy, and it was very entertaining.
I love how do you color heartburn?
Yeah.
You know,
What
like
is this?
Yeah, absolutely. It was an entertaining thing to do while I was sitting and being pregnant and not able to do a lot.
Yeah.
Look at that. We got all these adults that are out here coloring. We also have people texting that it's stress relieving. People are coloring in Pokemon. We have people that are coloring in a People of Walmart coloring book. Okay.
Sounds like fun. Yeah, I've seen that on the internet.
Yeah, they say in my office at 219, we all color on a big wall at our office, and they sent a photo, and they've got like a 4-foot by 4-foot huge coloring sheet on the wall. And if you want to take a break, you can grab some markers and walk over to the wall and color a little bit.
Wow.
Cool.
That's really nice. 31-year-old here. I love to color all of the time. This is great. And then 847. I keep getting adult coloring books as gifts, and I haven't used a single one of them. So there you go. It's an industry, people. It's an industry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Testing 1 2 1 2. Sound check. Sound check. This is Nikki's Sound Check on the Morning Mix.
All right, it is a lot of music. It's everywhere. And last night, Billie Eilish took the stage. It was a great performance. I told you guys I ran down here, flash tapped people at Lollapalooza, and then watched NoCon, and then went back home. And I actually watched the Billie Eilish show on Hulu.
Yeah, from the
you were
comfort
able
of an
to.
air-conditioned living room.
It was great.
Very smart.
It was perfect. I had a glass of red wine. It was nice.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so, and they to their credit, they started like right at the lights. You felt it. Like before she went on, you could feel the crowd going. She shows up. She's wearing a Bulls jersey. It's awesome. She kicks it off with Bury a Friend, like one of the old great Billies.
Wow.
And the whole performance was really good. But there is a moment where she introduced her brother, Phineas, was there.
Oh, he was there?
And they go on and on. They're great. I mean, I've never seen siblings work like they work. It is so interesting, and she was just so complimentary and wonderful to him. And you know, he's come out. He came out and played guitar with her, and then she did the song from the Barbie movie, which they panned the crowd, and I mean, it was like sobbing.
Really?
Girls just sobbing everywhere.
It wasn't just sweat.
It was not just sweat. Yeah, no.
Her song in the movie is a pretty moving section of it.
Yeah, and the song
sure.
itself is really moving. And her video is very cute as well. And she actually played her video that she made while she sang it.
Okay.
That song hasn't been out for like a month. You know what I mean? You can see just how much people love it. So whole show was just great. And she debuted like red and black hair. So, you know, we got to talk about that.
Good.
But yeah, so great performance, great kickoff to Lala for sure. And she talked about being there 5 years ago and meeting someone backstage named Whip. And her life has never been the same.
That's what I heard from so many people. She just shouted you out. I'm like, oh, of course she did. Why wouldn't she?
So more going on today. We have the 1975 and Kendrick Lamar on the main stages. Ow. Okay, and then there are other shows going on in the world. This one's pretty cool. It happened a couple years ago, and then she kind of stopped. So Lady Gaga did a Vegas jazz show. Do you guys remember this? It was in Vegas, and it's not like Lady Gaga songs. It's like American standards.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
well, exactly. Yes. It's kind of what she did with Tony Bennett, the late Tony Bennett.
Yeah.
And so she's bringing it back, hopefully in his honor, which will be great. The tickets go on sale for that today at noon. It's going to be at the Dolby Live at Park MGM in Vegas. And it's a stripped-down show where she sings like Luck Be a Lady, Mambo Italiano, Fly Me to the Moon.
Mambo number 5?
Number 5.
Yeah.
That's the encore.
She does just some jazzy versions of her new songs. New, paparazzi, like her
Baby,
songs. Yeah.
We were born this way. Like that?
That is on.
There?
Yes. Born This Way is on there. Bad Romance.
Damn.
So look for that. Like I said, tickets go on sale today for the general public at noon. But
I love that.
Fun show.
Yeah.
Okay, and then with all this new music, I just it's a Friday. We're feeling good. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to 2001.
This is what you did last night. This is what happened to you
I am
at the merch
kind of
tent.
dedicating it to myself.
A fan blew Nikki's dress up above her shoulders.
Yeah.
So everybody got to see her Spanx covered
Like
butt.
a fan that spins.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, not a fan of the show.
That would be
No.
They
something.
actually helped her pull it back down.
They
That's
did.
inappropriate.
Yeah.
We appreciate that you say hello, but please
fine.
Yeah,
leave it
you know
at
that
that.
scene with Marilyn Monroe, and you're like, that doesn't really happen to dresses with greats. Yes, it does. It did last night at the merch tent.
Thanks, Hill House.
So it just so happens that today, in 2001, Destiny's Child had this song that was number one. So I feel like we all need to celebrate it. It's a Friday.
Come on.
The merch tent at Lala got to see some nice granny panty bootylicious things happening there.
Merch tent. Can you handle this?
The Morning Mix Podcast.
Have you guys ever wondered why Chicago is called a toddling town?
I never heard it called that.
Chicago, that toddling town.
I never.
Here, right?
Well,
Now you know.
You will not forget that again.
Go out, show you around.
I thought it was I'll show you around.
It's a toddling town.
Okay.
We also have a book, Chicago, it's a toddler's town.
That would make
It's
sense.
a fun book, right?
I might have dreams of you guys singing that to me, coming towards me.
I should hope so. I mean, we nailed it again.
Yeah.
That was not planned.
No rehearsal, no
nothing.
warning, and we were all in perfect time. That was
I think
sick.
we each started at different times together.
Yeah, the acapella band
We're like
member
the-
and me just
we're
got
the-
really excited.
Very nice.
We're the crap pack.
That's
what we are. We're not the rat pack.
Hey, welcome to the Crap Pack Show. Hit it, boy.
So anyway, Violetta, that's a thing.
All
The
right,
song.
now I know.
Yes.
In 1921, the local music company Melrose Brothers published Take It Easy, which advertised as the Toddle tune from Toddletown. In that same year, Chicagoans Marie Holleran and George Offerman were married in a toddle wedding. Even the minister toddled. Toddled is defined as a jazz culture from the Roaring 20s. It was banned by Northwestern here in Illinois and the Chicago Public Schools. It inspired Fred Fisher to write Chicago, That Toddlin' Town, a 1922 song portraying the dance as a symbol of the city's devil-may-care spirit. Chicago, as the lyrics noted, was the town the jazz-hating preacher Billy Sunday couldn't shut down.
He tried.
I saw a man, he danced with his wife, suggesting Chicago was an exciting, amorous place. So it all began as a series of jazz hop steps punctuated by back kicks.
Okay.
So they're doing like the forbidden dance in Chicago 100 years ago.
We're a toddling town.
Yeah. I wonder how that does relate to the term toddler now, by the way. I'm not even joking.
Oh, that's interesting. Because you're kind of
you're
learning
kinda
how to
like-
use your body.
You can't really walk yet, so
Yeah.
you look like you're doing the toddle when you try to walk,
Yeah.
right? You're 2 years old.
I toddle to the bathroom sometimes.
Move with short, unsteady steps
There
while
you go.
learning to walk.
with your hand on your butt.
Yeah.
That's just Chris a toddling. That's all that is. Whoops.
Wow.
All right, yeah.
How about that?
All right, thank you for joining us for the Morning Mix podcast. Make sure you rate, review, like, and follow this podcast. You can also follow us on social at 1019 Mix Chicago. And we will see you tomorrow on the Morning Mix.